with Hollywood Cole, I'm with Marley G, bro. Flying Hollygrove chicks to my Hollywood shows. And I wanna tell you something that you probably should know. This that Slumdog Millionaire Bollywood flow. And my real friends never hearing from me. Fake friends write the wrong answers on the mirror for me. That's why I pick and choose. I don't get shit confused. I got a small circle. I'm not with different crews. We walk the same path, but got on different shoes. Live in the same building, but we got different views. I got a couple cars I never get to use. Don't like my women single. I like my chicks in twos. And these days, all the girls is down the road. I hit the strip club and all them bitches find a pole. Plus I've been sipping, so this shit is moving kinda slow. Just tell my girl to tell a friend that it's time to go.
Now tell me how you love it. You know you at the top and only heaven's right above it. We own. It's Young Money, motherfucker. If you ain't running with it, run from it, motherfucker. Alright. Now somebody show some money in this bitch. And I got my bees with me like some honey in this bitch. You dig? I got my gun in my boot purse and I don't bust back because I shoot first. Meet me on the fresh train. Yes, I'm in the building. You just on the list of guest names. And all of my riders do not give a fuck. X games. Guns turn you boys into pussies. Sex change. And I smoke till I got chest pains. And you niggas know I rep my game like Jesse James. Women are possessive and they wanna possess Wayne. I've been fly so long I fell asleep on the fucking plane. Skinny pants and some Vans. Call me Triple A, get my advance in advance. Amen. As the world spinning, dance in my hands. Life is a beach, I'm just playing in the sand. Wake up and smell a pussy. You niggas can't see me, but never overlook me. I'm on the paper trail, and ain't no telling where it took me. Yeah, and I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Now tell me how you love it. You know you at the top and only heaven's right above it. We own. It's Young Money, motherfucker. If you ain't running with it, run from it, motherfucker. Alright. Now somebody show some money in this bitch. And I got my bees with me like some honey in this bitch. You dig? I got my gun in my boot purse and I don't bust back because I shoot first. How do he say was never said? Beautiful black woman, I bet that bitch look better red. Limping off tour cause I made more off my second leg. Motherfucking Birdman Jr.
Chad, good morning, baby. Ryan, good morning. Oh, Mongani, Ruben, Sondre, Gas 707, good morning, Chad. It is Tuesday. Unfortunately, yesterday, I don't know, our schedule with load shedding is completely, I don't know, out of check. So yeah, we are going, we're flying, we're moving in the spirit. We will need to see when are we shut off. Kiggs, I don't know, maybe that guy that was following the streams at ESCOM, maybe he's still on leave, but that was the guy that kept us on.
Hopefully our brother comes back soon.
Yeah, hopefully we can get that guy back that didn't shut our area off. But always extra crispy. That is the way. That is Bruce Lean. Good to see you back, John Williams. Welcome, brother. John, did we send you your account? Just confirm with me. I believe we have. Everybody should have received their accounts from the giveaway. And Neil, good morning, my brother. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, yesterday I couldn't even finish my my analysis, so I don't even know where I was. And then we got clipped. So I think we're gonna start it fresh. We're gonna see quickly what's happening with the econ calendar today. Just CPI out of Canada, that's a big one. We've got the ZEW survey coming out of the Eurozone, Germany. That's quite an important one at 12. Even though it just shows a orange folder, you could get some volatility. We had CPI coming out of Germany as well this morning, earlier coming out as expected, flat. No change there, so that is good. That's going to be euro negative in the sense because the euro can also start looking at cutting rates because inflation is not an issue anymore. Then we had some labor data coming out of out of Britain this morning, 11.7. I don't know what was the consensus, but that's relatively positive for the pound. Average earnings dropping quite significantly from the previous, also lower than expected, and then the unemployment rate remaining unchanged. So relatively, I would say, a mixed bag of data. And also, before we get going, let's quickly look at what happened overnight in the Asia session. Hang Seng closing flat. I think it was a bank holiday, let me not lie. Was the markets open today? They were. Okay, so big bottom wick on the daily, flipping now bullish on the day on the Hang Seng future, so relatively flat on the day. What did Nikkei do? Let me just find my Nikkei chart. Let me just see, chat. I just want to see Nikkei closing down minus 0.8%, so relatively negative flow coming out of the Asia zone. Alright, gonna kick it off with the dollar. I think you'll see the title there, dollar comeback, and there's a reason for that. So weekly bias, we were bearish. Remember yesterday, I think up until we got cut off, I said while we stay below last week's high, we have now broken that high. We have now come back to retest this previous area of resistance. So are we going to get through at 102.72? I don't know. Just one thing, it takes a lot of volume to break a previous weekly high or low. So currently I'm going to lean towards bullish for the week now that we've broken last week's high. So I'm going to go bullish on the weekly. And again, remember we talked about that deeper pullback still being bearish, but we can pull all the way back here for that 50% retrace, and that zone could attract a lot of sellers. Daily time frame, let's quickly look at it from a daily perspective. Daily, we've gapped up, we've broken out of this consolidation. Remember last week we were talking about this consolidation either going to dissolve to the upside or to the downside. Monday, yesterday, closing outside of that range and gapping up this morning, 102.25 key level, and then next up 102.97. We can make it a round number, 103. So for the most part, this will be our daily range that we could expect price to move in. Only way we can really get bearish if this was the fake out and today's daily candle does something like this, completely reverses, come back below 102.25. Then we all know what this is. What is this? This is then the fake out to trap the buyers. But if the buyers are really stepping up to the plate, we should close above 102.25 today. So daily time frame, I'm going to go with bullish as well. Just keeping in mind we've got that open gap. We could see a deeper retracement, and we could still see the fake out. But at this stage, we're breaking out, we're gapping up. So is that a breakaway gap? Time will tell. Let's quickly see. Massive gap here in the markets. AD is relatively mixed at this stage. Let's quickly look at the trend here. All right, so we are relatively flat on. We are relatively flat on the AD here, so still looking relatively mixed. However, we've got that gap, we've got that key level down here. Are we going to see something where we pull all the way back down to this 102.25 level, or even that gap close? I don't know. We'll see. Already trading at the R2, so very interesting on the dollar. Gonna be Keeks, let me know when you're ready to bash out a dollar analysis there, and I will give over to Keeks as well.
I'll be with you now.
Weekly time frame, US 30. Last week we were bearish. This week I am neutral. Why am I neutral? I told you guys we took out a previous weekly high, we took out a previous weekly low. That makes it very weird, and we've got a potential support here that can either hold as support, or what's going to happen is we're going to get a weekly close below that level, and that's going to confirm intermediate top, because then we've broken structure to the downside. So weekly time frame for me is 100% neutral at this stage. It could go either way. I'm not going to try and be a fortune teller and tell you where price is going. I'm just taking it day by day. as I've mentioned before. Where price is going to be in 6 months is completely irrelevant to what I'm trying to achieve today. And today I want to achieve just catching my pips and calling it a day. So daily time frame, what do we have? We've got this key level right here, 37,551. We've broken yesterday's low, so I'm going to go with a bearish bias on the day because we have now started to break a previous daily low, also below that key level. So what are we doing on the lower time frame? I just want to see that our weekly pivots are set. Yes, I said that yesterday. Let me just clean this up for us. 5 minutes. Let's quickly look at where our Asia range is sitting. Asia lows down here. Already trading below the Asia lows. Asia highs up here. All right, chat. So we've got the weekly pivot there. We've got our daily pivot up here. Very, very outside chance that we could have a deeper pullback back into that level all the way up there. The other case is that this will be our area of rejection if we are going to continue lower. So while we are trading below this key level right here, I'm going to try and see if I can sell the pullbacks. This level right here, sell the pullbacks below that. I think once we start breaking above here, then obviously this move to the downside was purely to induce sellers and for the buyers to get into the market, but I'm going to go with a bearish outlook. However, AD as well, relatively flat from yesterday, so no clear direction. If you really think about it, for the Cape Town guys, this looks a little bit like Table Mountain here. Is that Lion's Head there? I don't know. Cape Town guys, talk to me. Lion's Head, a little bit high for Lion's Head, but there's Cape Town. And I think the cable car is there. Yeah, this is Table Mountain, Keeks. I don't know if you saw this in the charts. You guys didn't even see that, but we saw it. All right, so that's what we're going to look out for there. And let's quickly look at the weekly. The weekly on NAS. All right, weekly on NAS for me, weirdly enough, is also a weird one. We took out that previous weekly high. However, yesterday I mentioned I would have loved for last week's weekly candle to first take out that low. So at any stage can this just be a confirmed resistance on the weekly, but NASDAQ does look a little bit stronger than US 30. So weekly time frame, I'm going to go neutral. Purely due to the fact, again, as mentioned, I cannot confirm this as a swing low to start trading higher. We've got that potential resistance there. We could even see this weekly doing something like this, and then we've got a confirmed break of support on the weekly time frame. So let's quickly look at it from a daily perspective. What do we have on the day? Yesterday, we basically had 3 days of consolidation, wicks to the upside, wicks to the downside. There's that little intermediate structure level that we've been monitoring. Multiple rejection candles there to the upside. No top wick on this daily. So yeah, very, very weird price action. Obviously breaking yesterday's low, so I need to go with a bearish bias for the day while we trade below yesterday's high. And 5 minute time frame, let me quickly check what we've got on the 5. Asia highs up here. We've got Asia. We've got 2 Asia highs. The Asians got high last night, but we'll get them a little bit lower in a second. Let's quickly get that Asia lows. All right, Asia lows down here. Weirdly enough, 80 is still super bullish on NASDAQ. So very, very, very odd. I almost want to say you guys can probably look for a potential pullback play from this daily S2, seeing that the 80 is diverging from price. Let me just make this a little bit more clear for you guys. There you can see price making lower lows. However, 80 is showing me something else. Again, not a recommendation. I don't trade this pair out of session, but just keep an open mind for a potential pullback play. Daily pivot up there, Asia highs up here, so monitor this level. You want to ideally see something like this, a breakout, a retest, and then a minor break of structure, something like that. I wouldn't try and get a breakout trade to the upside. Let's say take a trade on one single bullish candle closing above you. No, you want to see this level being tested and holding, and then a minor break of structure. So that is your level for this morning. Keeks, you must just let me know when you're ready, my brother.
I'm ready, brother.
Okay, sweet. Chad, we're going to go over to Keeks quickly, DXY and the indices while I sip on my coffee. Keeks, your live price tab, I would say 2 centimeters to the right. A little bit more. Perfect.
Cool. There we go, guys. So you'll see my bias has actually changed on dollar now, and the reason being purely is what we went for yesterday. We wanted that range break. So what we've been talking about the whole week, you guys can see that range you were in. We finally got the break out of it. Obviously today came in with a massive gap to the upside. But when we start looking at this on the 4-hour, guys, you can see this runaway. So not only now have we gapped up with that range break, but we've also now trading above the weekly resistance, and the key one, we also trade above that 200. So we know how dollar loves to hold that 200. So for me on the day, I'd love to see us, if anything, we could actually trade down to probably go test those Asia lows, see if we can hold the weekly resistance, and from there just continue up with the dollar. And again, the pure reason I'm going bullish now is we've had that range break. So I want to see dollars start pumping a bit now, and moving from that basically, again, that's where it's going to get funny now, is you'll see with gold, I'm actually going to be bearish on gold, but when we go over to indices, I'm actually going to still be bullish. So when we go over to the day, this obviously is just coming in with that top gap to the top side with dollar, but we are sitting with no top wick at this time. So we can see, for example, something like today, we've now gone, yes, taking out the lows of yesterday, but turning around. What we want to see though is if NAS starts pushing all the way down here, this could be the start of that retrace on the bigger time frames. But for me right now, if we go to the 15, all I'm going to be looking for is, if you see that our EQ and daily pivot is right above us, literally above, as hence we have no top wick. So I'd love to see us start holding this now. We can trade back up for Asia highs, and trade up for the pivot. So I am still bullish on indices. Same with US30. If we go over today on the day, you'll see we did start holding the weekly pivot. So from yesterday, even though it was a small range day, we held the pivot, we did what we needed to do. No top wick, same thing, just because of dollar gapping upwards. So when we go over to the 15 now, same thing. EQ and pivot will be right above us. So all I want to see US30 doing now in London is regaining Asia lows, that going closer to New York session, we can look to take S1, Asia highs, get above the pivot, and you just basically scale the whole day up like that. So even though I'm bullish on dollar, I am still bullish on the equities as well.
Alrighty, Chad. Let's get going. We've got 15 minutes left. We've got quite a bit of work to do here. So going over to UJ weekly time frame. I'm going to get to all the messages in the chat as well. We're going to talk about DDP coming up this weekend as well. UJ weekly time frame. I think this is where we got cut off yesterday. Yesterday, the morning session. Still bullish. Mentioned that weekly wick fill, mentioned this previous area of resistance, and now we are at that resistance level. Still bullish. Nothing changes in terms of the bullish bias. Remember, we talked about the macro outlook for the yen is not bullish at all. There's not even, you can't even compare the central bank divergence between the Fed, ECB, BOE and the BOJ there, because the divergence is massive. Look at the interest rates currently in Japan, look at the interest rates in South Africa, in the US, in the Eurozone, and in Britain. Massive differential. They haven't even started hiking rates. It's not even a discussion. 146.50 key level. I think that's going to be the next tough level for the bulls to get through. Again, we spoke about it last week. You can clearly see that we are continuously taking out highs and continuously making higher lows. I almost sound like Jevon, because most of the time when me and Keegan hear Jevon on a call, all we hear is higher highs, higher lows, Keeks, or lower lows, lower highs.
Literally, that's it to the T.
That is my boy Jev. Anyways, I'm bullish on the day. purely due to the fact that even though we closed bullish right up against this flat body resistance area, we have taken out yesterday's high, and we've got that 146.50 on deck potentially today. So for the most part, either this is going to be our range for the day, if the markets are going to a range, or you're going to see us starting to now penetrate into this new range, and that is the bullish scenario. So 146.50 quite key this morning. 5 minute time frame, let's quickly look at it. What do we have? We've got that daily level there, we've got Asia highs up there, we've got that daily R1, and we've got the nice big round psychological institutional level, whatever you want to call it. We've got that right there. So weirdly enough, even though, okay, this is a mess, so we cannot buy from here purely due to the fact that the AD is chalked. So we'll see how this dissolves. I'm not going to look at it any further. I thought the AD was bullish, because then we could have looked at something here. So I'm just going to purely wait, not going to spend or waste any more time on UJ, looking relatively chalked. GJ on the other hand as well, weekly time frame is bullish. We've got that weekly wick to fill. However, we do have this previous area of resistance on the weekly. You can clearly see there for 4 weeks we tapped into that position and then started trading away. So last week closing bullish, not closing above it. So 185.25 key level for me, still bullish on the week. Daily time frame, what do we have on the day? We've got this potential 185.53 key level, no top wick. Are we going to now break into this 186.57 level? That will be our upside targets. Then after that, we're going to go to 188. So let's see what we get. I'm bullish on the day. 5 minute time frame. Let's quickly jump down to the 5. All right, there's that key level we spoke about. 80 still bearish. Daily pivot here in the range 185.50. I'm more than happy to wait for price to get here. So not going to try and get in it while it's in the range. Also going to wait for this 80 to start flipping bullish, and I'm going to purely wait for something like this a little bit later. And if we get that, I can execute, because then we're trading above this key level right here, daily key level, and then also we're trading into that new bullish zone. So up until then, I'm actually going to set alerts. Don't get caught in it. Not really looking at selling this. If you're looking to sell it, please send me your chart. Convince me that I should also be selling, and maybe I'll start selling with you. But up until then, cannot really sell. Weekly time frame EJ, very similar chart to GJ. However, again, we've got this intermediate internal structure level. Last week closing bullish, closing below that level. Interesting. Let me just see key level. Let me just delete these alerts. Very easy trade to come and fill this wick, and then after we fill that wick, are we going to start challenging these weekly highs, yearly highs from last year? Still bullish on the week, daily time frame, bullish as well. 159.34, that's your key level. Are we going to see that next spike of volume to go and target 161.85? That would be amazing. Let's try and see. Last week we caught a very nice yen position. I think that over 200 pips, we took only 20. The plan was only 20. The plan was not to catch 200 pips. Some of you caught 150. Some of you caught 20 like me. Some of you closed that break even. 80 again. 80 is a mess, so we'll need to see what we've got working there. I'm going to set some alerts at this key level. Maybe it is a short, I don't know. Again, let's talk about the thesis of the shorts. I'm going to get Keegan's view now as well. I'm not going to let my ego stop me from taking a short, but ultimately I am still bullish on the yen crosses Keegs. Anything on the yen crosses you want to look at specifically?
At the moment, I'm most likely looking at GJ.
Okay, let's go over to Keeks. Keeks, give GJ there to us, my brother. You're alive.
So perfect thing with GJ, guys, is basically we came up yesterday. You can see we started holding this zone. So we broke above with that little fake out, coming right back down, holding the weekly pivot, trading right back down to hold these daily key area over here. So today, no top wick as we traded right down. Obviously, we had the GDP news coming out this morning, which was a bit of mixed data, so nothing really tradable over there. But when you look at the 4 hour, guys, you can see this basically nice order flow starting to move here now, holding this EQ perfectly. So I'd love to see this basically start flipping around. And when you see on the daily, it's actually starting to hold nicely. You've now come down, tested Asia lows, held Asia lows. So starting to come back up now. We can see if we can hold the EQ. I start maybe even really looking for entries to just basically run it all the way up back to daily highs and to all the way to this daily key level. But again, this time around, I do think it's more probable for us to break it and just continue this. So if we can start holding this zone now by the key, the EQ, I'll definitely start looking for an entry over here.
Alrighty, Chad, that is my co-pilot Keegan Van Dijk giving you guys the source there. Over to gold weekly, we've got this confirmed resistance level there. We've got this potential last week very deep pullback to come and retest this previous breakout area looking left. What I like about this is that we took out the previous weekly low and we closed bullish. So is this the attack now to come and retest that 2072 level? I don't know. I'm gonna lean towards bullish on the week. I know it's very odd that we are bullish on the dollar and on gold, but if you go back to 2016, I think it was 2019, there were instances where the dollar rallied together with gold. There were even instances where the dollar rallied, gold rallied, and equities. So there were times when that correlation, we saw some type of breakdown. So I'm just checking what price is doing. Daily time frame last week. Remember last week I said I don't want to trade anything inside of this range. And Keegan will tell you that last week was choppy as hell with gold. I said buys above 2045, sells below 2017. We are now inside of this next bullish range. So while 2045 holds, I really do believe if we hold 2045, 2077 is up next. So are we in a cyclical bull market on gold? I really do think so. Daily time frame, let's go to bullish, and let's see what the 5 minute is showing me. AD is now starting to challenge that 200, still relatively bearish. If I look back on gold, you'll see that we've been trending down on the 80, and now all of a sudden we're starting to make a deeper comeback. So I think once we get above that 200, I think the buys are going to become a lot more probable. So key level 2045, whatever happens here, monitor that. Otherwise, your daily pivot 2055 up here, and again, are we going to see that 2077 today? So key levels for me to monitor this morning, key level right there, 2045, 2046 for potential buys if the 80 starts diverging bullish. Otherwise, for buy continuations above Asia highs, above this 2055 level. And with that, I think I'm going to head over to Keeks with gold. Kigo, give the guys the source there. You're alive.
Alright, guys, so we were bullish on it, but we've actually started flipping bearish now. We can actually change this around. So yeah, I hope for those of you guys that were in with us yesterday for New York session, you are going to see exactly why we did what we did. So daily was still quite bullish yesterday, as we can see there. But when it came over to the 4 hour, this is where we started to see that conversions, alright? So just to show you guys, we had the massive bullish push. But I said to you guys, when you have a candle like that, very probable you're going to have a massive pullback, okay? So we traded back up, having these highs now. You can see we marked out. So on the 4 hour, basically the fact we rejected it, the second candle, we got this closing negative doji candle, showing us that the bears are starting to come in this area. So we wanted to watch out for this. So basically when that entered, yeah, this is what we were looking for. On the 15, we started creating some equal lows here. If we go over to the 5 minutes, you'll see the same thing. You started creating these equal lows. So very simple. Once the equal lows were broken, wait for the retest and sell it off. But then literally again, we spoke about this 2050 key area. Now what was important about this 2050, when the test of this was coming, was the exact same time dollar was converging on the highs. So if dollar obviously could break those highs, we would have seen this flash. But what happened, dollar rejected those highs very, very hard, and that is why this held and it came back up. But when you look at the 4 hour, again, this will show you guys, that's why you have these key areas marked out. We had this 4 hour highs, this rejection area. Yeah, what did happen? All we did was straight away traded right back up, testing that 4 hour and rejected it straight away. And then since then, we've just seen this flash to the downside from gold. Not only doing this, but now you can see on the 4 hour that closed below the 2050, the new 4 hour candle testing that. So all we want to see today is pretty much if we can stay where we are now, rejecting the 2050. I'd be happy with if we can start getting an entry here somewhere, because we can just see this thing start waterfalling probably down to the weekly pivot will be our first TP. So 2041 is what I'd be looking at for the day.
Beautiful. Keegs. Chad, we've got 50 seconds till the market opens. I hope you guys are excited. I think it is going to be a goodie. GU, EU, you are right. Vince, those are the last 2 weeks we're going to look at. Weekly time frame. All right, very, very interesting. On a weekly, there's that 200. Again, that 200 proving difficult for price to get through, breaking last week's low. So weekly, I'm still going to go neutral, Chad. Weirdly enough, I'm still going to be neutral because this could still just be a liquidity grab, trading at a previous weekly low. So we are at a key point in the market with EU. Daily time frame, however, breaking yesterday's low. Today, if today's candle closes bearish below this level, it's relatively easy for us to trade tomorrow and the rest of the week. Downside targets 2625, upside targets 2800. That is the zone. So we've got this bigger daily range. Chad, markets are open and in motion. Ding, 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 ding. Round one, fight. All right, so I'll almost want to introduce another intermediate key level, Chad. I'm going to introduce that level there because you can see there resistance. You can see resistance, support, resistance. So I'm just going to introduce that little one for us to at least have some type of reference point. Daily, I have to go with bearish due to the fact we broke yesterday's lows. Only thing is, how do we get involved in the sells? 5 minute time frame, let's look at it. Already trading at the daily S2, already trading at the Asia lows. So okay, I'm gonna let this dissolve a little bit. Let's wait for the shuffle on GU. EU, let's quickly look at the weekly. Weekly also nipped. Here's the interesting thing, last week closing bullish above this previous area right there. So if this weekly is going to close bearish, we've got a lot of range to the downside. So I'm going to remain neutral as well. Daily, technically we should also be bearish, breaking a previous daily low. Bearish. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can introduce an intermediate level here. Chad, I'm gonna introduce this intermediate level 109.45. No coincidence, it's very close to the half round number, but for the most part this could be our bearish range for the day, and if we start pushing back bullish, this will be your range for the day. So it looks like we're gonna start targeting that 188.44. So let's check 5 minute. Daily S2 80 is bearish. or we're going to look for a continuation. We've got the round number down here. All right, also just going to wait for this to dissolve a little bit here. Let's see what we've got. That key level all the way up there. So let's see. All right, chat. That is markets open. Let me just see if I missed anything here. Good morning, everybody. I'm excited what the daily candle is doing on the dollar. I'm not excited about the gap. I flippin' hate the open gap. But anyways, how does one live stream with you guys? You are live streaming with us, Tupelo. You're here on the live stream. Vince, good morning. Slasher Cakes, you saw that Cape Town representing here on the charts. Edgar, good morning. Edgar, we've got Edgar this Friday in the house podcast. Get your questions ready for the big man. He's also gonna give us his diet and some of the supplements he's using. Who do you guys have your money on for the weekend? Big fight, obviously Kicks, DDP, just purely because we are patriotic like that. 100% that is. If you had to guess from the start of your trading career till today, do you think you have had more sells or more buys? Ryan, I think more buys, to be honest, because we were traditionally programmed to think that we should buy stocks and they should go up. So I think we are just more naturally inclined to look for buys. I'm taking a guess. I cannot confirm or deny that thesis, but I would have to go with buy purely due to that fact. Mabulane, Alex, good morning. Morning, brother. I love the sarcasm early in the morning. Yes, best served cold in the morning with your oats. Etidonia, Tsepandonia, Niladonia. Hey, okay. Thoughts on AUD franc? We're gonna look at it now, brother. I just want to see how we open up here, and then we can get going. Checks, good morning. All right. What else did I miss? Chris, do you trade in the Asia range? And if you do, what will you look for? Nila, I don't like trading inside of the Asia range purely for those guys of you that don't know, because at any stage we can polarize to the Asia lows or the highs. I feel a lot more comfortable if we, for instance, took Asia lows and I am bullish, because then I know there's a polarizing factor that would want to go to the Asia highs. But if we are still within the Asia range, at any stage price can either go for the liquidity grab for the lows, or price can go for the liquidity grab at the Asia highs. That's why I don't like trading inside of the Asia range. Very seldom will you see me do that. US indices go down. Yes, US indices go down, correct. That's why we were bearish on the daily. Keeks, we don't even have time to greet properly this morning, brother. How was your evening? Good?
No, it was
relaxed.
Good. Nice and relaxed. Just still recovering from this bloody sunburn. But otherwise, no complaints. Your side?
No, good. Just weird day yesterday for not having our morning session. I think we get so into routine that once our routine gets a little bit jumbled up, we just feel out of sync.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kate. What did I have to? Oh, is it the wrong one? Okay. Keeks, what is standing out for you this morning? To be honest, there's nothing really popping out to me this morning where I'm 100% like dialed in for a setup.
Yeah, so for me it was GJ, but like I said, I wanted GJ to hold the EQ, and on the open now GJ has just melted. So
is the EQ that 185.23?
185.216.
Okay, so it's very close to that daily key level I have as well.
And that thing just melted now, so.
Chad, if I'm very honest, there are days where I know exactly what setup I'm looking for, and I will dial it in for that setup. This morning is not one of them, if I'm 100% honest. It is not at all one of those days where I'm 100% confident in a setup. And that is completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you have to start getting creative with trying to find a setup, that is dangerous. That is very, very dangerous. Ask myself and Keeks. Sometimes we feel the need to get a little bit creative at Keeks. We try and sell the trade to ourselves. Why it's a good trade.
Yeah,
And
it never works out well.
And if you start selling, if you need to start selling yourself, it is you in cuck.
Yeah.
Just simply put, it's not a good place if you start selling the idea to yourself. I think, Keeks, the other part is when you're in a cuck trade and you then start selling it to yourself.
Yeah, then it's...
When you start finding reasons why the trade should or coulda or woulda worked.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. What do you think about that open gap on dollar? Weirdly enough, I didn't expect the dollar come back this week, if I'm
I must
honest.
say, I didn't. I mean, I was bearish to start the week off with the dollar. But just the fact, because of it breaking out that range, I want to see it have a bit of a pump now. But yeah, the thing is, dollar could turn around and absolutely go for that gap fill. It could just literally melt off straight away now the next 2-3 hours. That's always the thing with that gap fill. I always say to people, you know it's got to be filled, but you don't know when it has to be filled. It's going to be filled, but you just don't know when.
Chad, UJ. Let's quickly think about UJ here for a second. We've got that flat body resistance area here. Yeah, we've taken out these Asia highs. We've failed now basically 3 times at that level. We've got the daily R1, we've got Asia lows down here, we've got the round number down here. What is the AD doing? AD is relatively flat. I'm actually gonna set some alerts here at 146, Chad. Let's see what 146 brings. RN round number. Let's see what that brings, and then I'm also gonna set some alerts here at 146.25. Maybe we get a similar play to what we had last week. Remember last week when we caught those yen GJ trades?
Yeah.
Maybe we get a continuation trade above this daily R1. Nila, I think this is again a very good point to point out to you, where you've asked me previously, when will I wait for a retest? Perfect example. Look at this. Every single time we try to close above that level, we reject it. So I'm going to purely wait for a closure above that level. If we're going to get the longs, I'm going to wait for a closure above. I'm going to wait for a retest. I want to see the retest hold, and then I want to see a structure break. So break, retest, and then we'll look for it. The reason also, if I get something like this and I execute here, I would expect, the expectation would be that we are going to start running. And if we print something like this and we take the continuation trade, and all of a sudden we start struggling for price to get back above, and we start doing something like this, then I know I'm on the wrong side. So it creates structure for us to monitor, and obviously once we create a higher low, we want to see our highs being taken out and for price to continue higher. So let's see. Let's see what she brings, but UJ currently not looking bad. After a little bit of a deeper analysis there. UJ, okay, now I'm gonna stay out of UJ. Gold. All right, gold going for that 2045, 2046 level. Let's see what she does. Alrighty. GU also breaking lows. Let's see what EU is doing. Alrighty. Chris, do you start the Robbins account yet? Give me 1 second. I showed Keegan. Give me 1 second. I just want to see if they have approved my documents. It has been a struggle, my brother. Let me just get my emails up here. Give me 1 second. Hopefully I can deposit today. The weird thing is they want your driver's license has got an expiry date on. They don't accept our South African ID card because it doesn't have an expiration on it. They didn't accept my my driver's license because something about the edges. I had to take a high-res picture. I sent all of that, so I resent my ID. I resent that yesterday, so it's just loading. Let me see. Nothing as of yet. It's not really the guys from Robbins, it's the broker. So the broker that you need to use for the Robbins is ATC Brokers, and they've got quite a rigorous. Where is it? ATC. Is it accounts? ATC Brokers. This is the broker that us South Africans need to use. ATC Brokers. Very weird. You don't even have an account when you sign up. You first need to get KYC'd. I haven't even seen their regulation. Conduct Authority, Cayman Islands, United Kingdom. FCA, okay, no, so they've got decent regulation. So hopefully this week we can get all of that sorted and I can get going with the Robbins. Alright, Minty, good morning. There's nothing for me. UJ could be a sell, but nothing really solid. Yeah, there's sells below here, buys above there. Tricky little range. Tricky little range for me. DXY as well. Not the cleanest day. Have any of you used markets.com? No. I just see. Here's my thing. I don't want to put down any broker. And myself and Keegan had this discussion. RaiseFX closed down. Immediately markets.com pick up the scraps. Geeks, why?
Yeah.
What if RaiseFX couldn't turn a profit in South Africa, they closed down? They're using the same team. What is going to change? between markets.com and RaiseFX. Same guys, same partners. What is the changing factor? So I don't know. I don't trust when things just collapse and then all of a sudden there's that euro in the story, and it's like, oh, we're picking up where Raise left off. So I cannot comment. I cannot, but if they want the ID which is part of birth certificate, are they looking for Tepo? Exactly my point. I told them that a national ID card does not have an expiry date on. I must actually find that email. Let me actually show you that email that I sent to them. What the fuck? Sorry for that, Chad. Let me just find this where I said. Okay, I think my Outlook just officially gave up power here. Have any of you? Okay, yeah, it's snowing here this morning. Been up an hour. Only just noticed taking the bins out. Nice. That's something we don't see. All right, Nila. Asia lows, half round number, break even point. I like it. I like it. I do. Yeah. Just one thing to keep into consideration, Nila. This is your pre-market lows, your daily lows, very close to your daily lows. If I'm not mistaken, okay, we're far away from the weekly lows. So I think what you could do here, Nila, if you want to short this, maybe wait for that break, that retest, and then a minor structure break. Because 185 is a big level. So
You wanted to short GJ?
Nila wants to short GJ.
I literally was just looking at it as well, thinking about it.
A lot of rejections from this R1. Shuffle has come and gone, but I'm going to wait for this 146 level. What is gold doing? Gold holding that S1 so far. Let me just kill this Outlook real quick. Close the program. All right. Okay, what do we have here? GU. Was there any headlines overnight, Geeks? For that dollar gap up. Let me just see if I can find anything here, chat. I just want to see. Very odd with the. Obviously, we had a bank holiday yesterday. FX Street. Forex Factory.
Nothing that's like standing out.
Just want to see if we had anything overnight that could have caused that spike in Japan bankruptcy surge in 2023 amid labor shortage, inflation. All right, let's quickly look here. Okay, China needs reform to hold significant growth declines, IMF chief. Inflation rate, okay, GBP USD consolidation. Can't really see anything anything that would really signify this dollar strength. All right, myself and Keegan mentioned, do not be caught out if we go straight for that gap close. Was it Monday? Was it Friday we had that gap? Yesterday?
Yeah.
Friday. Chad, remember that gap on Friday, and we very, very quickly went to go and close that gap. Chris, can I see which indicators you are using? Yes, my brother, you can 100% see what I'm using. I'm going to show it to you right now. Give me 1 second. So the first one I use is accumulation distribution with moving averages, Asia range, and kill zones, just to identify my Asian range as determined by ICT. EMAs, the 20, 50, 100, 200, and my pivot indicator, pivot point standard. Settings for the pivot point standard is as follows. Inputs, you can quickly screenshot that. 3, 2, 1. Hopefully you screenshot that. Style, nothing much there. Visibility. Chad, I actually completely forgot. One of my friend's wife asked me about something. Give me 1 second. Keegs, I'm just gonna throw it over to your screen.
That's cool.
I don't want the guys seeing my chads here. Leonie, I hope you're still on. Sorry, I don't know if she's still on, but I'll just timestamp this for her. She asked me about okay, let me just see, that's not where I want to be. Asked me about a plugin for, I think it's ChatGPT. Let me just open it up real quick and we can have a look at it. Where is my chads? Ryan, no, I don't suggest taking your money out, but the thing is just with any financial institution, you don't want instability. And if companies start closing and opening up, it's an indication of instability. They didn't find their feet in South Africa, so yeah. Again, I don't want to put anybody down. I don't want to be the guy that disrupts other businesses. But all I'm saying, me personally, I would love to rather be with a company that is stable. Keegs, I don't know about you. For instance, like the entire MFF thing, that's instability. It's causing people harm in the sense of Keegan doesn't have his funded account.
Yeah.
That was one of his staples in his income. He had to change things around. So any instability, especially when it comes to financial institutions, is not a good thing. All right, Leonie, I hope you are still on. This already looks unsafe. The link you sent to me. Jish. Chad, if okay, this thing is unsafe, my bro. Let me rather open this on my phone. Leonie, that immediately tells me it is unsafe. Let me just see. Bro, that my even on the phone. No, okay.
Or is it like warning you before you open it?
No, it's like this page may be impersonating like another URL. Geeks, that my father-in-law not get scammed by that thing where they used the Johan Rupert and the news. Did you see that fake advert? You pay 4,700 Rand and after a month you get 125,000 Rand.
Oh, yeah.
He got 100% scammed. And my wife is like, will you just help my dad? And I'm like, but why would your dad not consult with me? Me being in the industry.
Yeah.
And then after you get scammed, it's like, hey Chris, do you think this is a scam? Like, yes.
Now let me ask you.
And he's like, no, but Johan Rupert. I'm like, dude, they use AI. They use like a voice over AI tool. Yeah, markets. Don't tell me there's a place called Yeah Markets. Is that legit a thing? No sign SS. Okay, deep fakes. Shit, my brother. Okay, that gives us, even before going into any further detail, we've got our answer now. Leone, not good. Not good. Buying these far-fetched products is the same as buying Herbalife. What do you know about that Herbalife? Sorry, somebody said yeah markets. Don't even tell me that's a thing. Yeah markets. Oh my, yo. What is this? Yeah, markets. Weirdly enough, their website gives me the same feel as FXify. Chad, look at this quickly. FXify, if you look at their website, it gives me a very similar vibe to that. Very, I wonder if it's not the same company. Let's quickly see. I think this company is also based in the UAE. No. No, in the UK. Yeah, markets, eh? It sounds like Jamaican. If Jamaicans and Japanese people had to start their own broker, it would have been called yeah markets. You feel me? Oh, is it still on Keegan's screen? Shit, my brothers. I've been showing you guys stuff here. Sorry, man. Chad, weird one. Yeah markets. It's actually a thing. I just pointed out their look and feel looks very similar to FXify, so let's quickly check here. I thought maybe it's the same company, but the look and feel, as you can see, very, very similar. Very, very similar look and feel. Yeah, so this is the Jamaican and Japanese fused, and that actually their logo is like a little samurai sword. Yeah, markets, you feel. Bomba clot. I put him in time out. Who was putting time out now? Who's getting timed out, Chad? GJ sells, Chris. What are you thinking, Minty? Weirdly enough, GJ sells. The 80 is firmly bearish. Yesterday as well, I was looking at actually buying this at one stage here, but it was out of session. The sells, however, the way it's setting up for me is not great. The way it is setting up for me is not fantastic. This for me is a little bit cleaner. This for me is definitely cleaner. This way it's like jagged and yeah, I don't know, visually it's not a appealing trade. All right, there gold goes for that that low target there. Some nice moves here on gold. Alright, Chad. Honestly, I hope it's not a chalk day today. Keeks, you guys caught something nice yesterday.
Yeah. No, I was just waiting for this. Well, I think we might have missed this one.
What's that?
Gold.
Gold. Looking short, eh?
Yeah. Well, we said we just wanted that hold, that retest of that 2050. I wasn't really paying attention when we had that retest at 20 past 10. And since then, this thing's just been going. Oh yeah, the DXY
Alright.
also broke out of the range now.
Alright, Chad. UJ. Let's lock it in.
What are you going to do on UJ?
I want a long, yeah. I want a long tongue. Similar to Hong Kong. Forex factory. Alright, let's see. Alright, Chatadonia, there we had that break and holding above that 146. Remember we said we've got this 146.50 key level up there. Again, as mentioned, we're purely going to wait for that retest of this area. Maybe a little bit of a resistance being formed and then a minor break. I'm not going to buy this breakout. This thing can run without me. Purely due to the fact that we've had multiple rejections off this level and we have yet to close above and the retest to hold. So I'm going to start locking it in here with UJ, start getting my charts ready for potential setup there, and we can start looking at some potential trades. UJ. UJ. Okay. So get your charts ready. Don't get caught off guard here. It is in focus now for us. DXY looks like it wants to run. It wants to break some fingers here this morning. Gold closing below that 2045 level. So what you want to monitor is what are we going to do here. This is what you want to monitor. 2045. It's got some legs. Yeah, UJ currently only one that is looking. Could we have looked at this? A little bit of a no man's land now. No, no, no.
I think if DXY runs, DXY can really run and gold can really fall hard.
Yeah, DXY's clean range up to 102.97, Chad.
Yeah.
That's there's a lot of range in here.
But even then, if you look really long term, like if you look on the 4 hour, DXY's got a big gap up to 103,400.
UJ not playing ball, but be patient, Chad. We're gonna establish the session high. We still have EJ. Only thing with EJ and GJ, the 80. 80 for me is not looking healthy. UJ, alright. There she blows. There's that 146.50 weekly candle has been filled. There you had that weekly wick fill. Here's the thing, are you comfortable with missing this trade? Almost 13 pips. Aish. Alrighty. Chad, we might we might even catch GJ a little bit later from here. Let me just see Euro GBP. What is Euro GBP? I just want to see which one is the stronger one between the two. Relatively range bound. Weekly time frame. Alright, still actually effectively bearish. 5-minute time frame. Let's see the 5. Alright, daily R1, so a little bit of a mixed bag on euro and pound. Okay. Let's quickly see what's happening in the chat. Just gonna wait here. People sending bank screenshots. I said yes, don't respond. Do you still trade German 40? No, I've never traded. I've only done analysis. Traded many years ago. Gold taking off, yes. Gold is absolutely collapsing at this stage. Bullidonia, we don't hear words like bullish, bearish, godlies, or is it because of terminology changing? Yeah, I don't know, dude. To be honest, the godly and all of that stuff for me never really worked. These people go far and beyond to scheme. It's all a network of people. Be extremely careful. Yeah. Waiting for retest on UJ. Yes. Arimora, if we get it. If we get it, we get it. If we don't get it, we don't get it. So, homie, good. Alright. I will be scrapping my GJ sell play if we start to trade above the daily pivot. Anyone trading gold? Keegan trades gold religiously. I'm not spiking English. Alright, good luck with that, brother.
You guys, I was gonna say, like, this might be early, but I'm not gonna be surprised if gold goes to like 2035 for today, and once you break that, literally all the way back down to 2020.
Here's the thing, if we close back into this 2045 range, 2017 technically comes into play.
Yeah.
That is just a fact. However, I don't think it will just run from here. I do feel with gold, I would say in the next 20 to 30 minutes it's going to make a low and it could start grinding back up to here where it can reject, or even a little bit higher up to here. This is something we need to talk about when you do back testing, when you collect data, is to start looking at certain times of the day. So going back yesterday, I'm just going to, while we wait for that UJ pullback, let's just look at 10 to 11 yesterday, what gold did. We've got time charts, we're not missing anything. I've got charts here on my right and on my left, so don't be concerned that we are going to miss anything. Between 10 and 11 o'clock, let's just quickly, this is how you do analysis, critical analysis. So yesterday, that is where gold created its high. Let's go.
Sorry, Chris. Have you seen GJ?
Is it pumping?
With one 50-minute candle, it's gone from Asia lows to Asia highs.
Hey, yo, whoa. Look at this thing.
Yes.
That 80 is fighting back, my brothers. All right. Let's go back to gold. All right, so yesterday between 10 and 11 high was formed. Let's go previous day as well. This was Friday between 10 and 11. A short-term high was formed here, which later broke out. Okay, let's check last week Thursday. 10, between 10 and 11 the low was formed. 10 to 11 the low was formed, so around about 11 o'clock. Back in the day, that was my thing that I looked at for gold, between 10 and 11. 10, 11, here was a little short-term intermediate high formed, just continued higher. Just want to see 10 and between 10 and 11. Yeah, the low was formed for the session. Right, 10 and 11, short-term intermediate low formed. That is usually when some type of intermediate low. Obviously, if you're bearish, you're not gonna try and sell between that time. If you're bullish, you're not gonna necessarily try and buy between that time. Purely due to the fact that you've had the open. This was your open volume. So if you were looking to buy, you got clapped. If you were looking to sell, now's the time here to potentially say, look, good run, I'm going to wait, I'm going to set my alerts. This thing can now start pulling back to come and retest that breakout area. GJ doing work. Alright, 185.50 key level. Yen also starting to push up UJ. Right, UJ already at that key level, so we've created a session high. If we do get that pullback, we can then target the session high. So if we do get that pullback, it's going to be a relatively easy play back to the highs. Sell GBP USD, let's look at it. My brother, I think you can sell it below here. You've got a 2650 half round number. You've got your daily S3. Becomes very it becomes very tricky, because we could go into some type of range here, but also, like I've mentioned, again, yeah, you can see the daily S2 holding as resistance. Now, once this daily S3 starts failing, then we can start going for that daily S4 and so forth. So you can We can definitely set alerts here and see what she does. Half round number. Okay, DXY already at R3. What a morning to be in the markets. What a morning to be in. I'm not in anything yet. I'm not in anything yet. Gigs, you also not in anything yet, eh?
Nope. Nada.
Gold going for that weekly pivot. Weekly pivot. Chad, how's the year been so far trading wise? Relatively slow start for me. I think I've only taken 3 trades and all 3 were taken on stream with you guys. We had that small 2-pip loss and we've had 2 wins. So that's literally all I've been trading. I haven't seen any other setups. Keegan has been catching some very nice gold moves. He has been catching some very decent gold moves. Keegs, you've had a number of trades this year so far.
Yeah. And luckily on the winning side.
Yeah, no, that's good. Fairly slow, but not bad at all. Really positive Friday last week. Awesome, Minty. Now look, I wanna get into some trades. The only thing is we still need to stay disciplined. We can't get ahead of ourselves. Still got to maintain the discipline. Can't just jump into any trade just to get that dopamine hit. Because remember, this is the year you're changing things around for yourself. So if you're still doing the same things you did in 2023, expecting a different result, it's going to be a tough year for you. You need to look back at what you did in 2023. If it worked, try and build on that. If it didn't work, time to change things around. No, I don't want a machine gun at all. Keegs, I don't know, somebody asking about how's that trade journal going on.
Hey.
On Keeg said he'll catch up.
Yeah.
Keeg said he'll come through for the chat. We're shooting another batch of content today. Try to survive, hopefully premiering.
Meant to be Wednesday?
Did what's the name say Wednesday?
I don't remember, we said Wednesday night.
Alright. Try to survive premiering Wednesday night. And then Thursday we're shooting episode 2.
Yeah.
Thursday's episode, just a little bit of a backstory. Thursday's one that will be released next week. It's gonna be purely Keegan. The next one is gonna be Jev. Next one is gonna be Mo. I don't know how we're gonna get in Rustenburg. And the next one is gonna be me. And then also we're gonna start building on it. Not liking price action today. Gonna call it a session and come back in NY. Paco, do I still trade USD ZAR? Here's my thing, my brother. Why I haven't even looked at USD ZAR. If you can tell me, just looking at this, why I haven't traded it. You're a good man, my brother. Look at this, and then tell me how I should trade it, because I don't know. I'm not at that level where I can trade garbage that looks like this. This is garbage. This is pure garbage. If you ever want to see garbage on a chart, that is it. That is 100% BS. Alright, Chad, we're starting to make our way back down here on UJ, and let's see if we can get something here on UJ. Gigs, I'm just gonna mute the mics quick. Alright, Chad. You couldn't hear us good, even if you wanted to hear us. Discipline keeps you coming back every day. Patience makes sure you have something to come back to. Damn, actually need to copy that. That is deep. That is deep, deep, deep. Alrighty, let's quickly see where we are, Chad. UJ. Gotta wait for that retest. Can't really chase price here. GJ, we still have the opportunity. Still negative on the day by 15 pips, so a lot of room. Remember, I'm still bullish on the day. EJ, nothing clean there. Gold. Could we start seeing that pullback? And then GU, are we going to get that continuation play? Also, we've got the Euro 10900 key level there. Let's set some alerts. Round number. Okay.
Vibrations are different, not like planet Earth. They could drink in the beauty of this planet. Would affect their vibrations for the better, of course.
Alright, things are starting to heat up a little bit here, Chad.
That would be where the ultra dusting would come in.
Let me just see CPI out of Italy. Do we have any Italian traders? Let me know. How's it been in Italy? Pizza prices going up or down? How's the pasta prices going on? Chad, again, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I think let's hit that like button if you like what you see here. It just supports the channel, so unfortunately we have to ask that. Just remind you, daily reminder, hit that like button. subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Join the Discord link in the description. A lot of things coming for the Discord as well. A lot of content coming to you guys as well. Really putting a lot of effort into all of the content that we want to create. We don't just want to create content that's nice to watch. We actually want to create content that is valuable and that you guys can actually use. And it is confirmed, Chad, Rydal Fix, 30th of Jan in the office. Not next week, that week afterwards, the Tuesday. So the podcast will be the Tuesday live. We've got Rydal Fix in the house. You do not want to miss that. And then next week, believe it or not, I'm gonna have hopefully everything will be sorted. Next week, I've got to sit down with JPM CEO Justin Paulson. That is gonna be hopefully a good interview. That is gonna be a no bars, nothing held back. Could get a little bit uncomfortable, but we've got a lot to dig into with Justin Paulson. He agreed to sit down with me and do an interview, so watch out for that. Next week I'll be in Cape Town to shoot that podcast with him. And let me know if there's anything you want to specifically want me to ask Justin, but there's a lot that we're gonna dig into. Sanos, we want to get Sanos. I must just get in contact with the brother. I don't know where he's in the world, so if I can find him, we can get Sanos on as well. Really enjoyed the pod last week, Chris. Thanks, Manti. A lot more of that coming, so a lot of more content coming your ways. Yeah, the thing is, the bigger the viewer count, the more subscribers we've got, the more we can do, and ultimately it's just going to take a lot of effort and a lot of hard work from our side as well. But yeah, ultimately we want to be the biggest South African trading channel out there, and also we've got the vision of being one of the biggest trading channels out there. And this year it's going to be all about networking with people that we think can add value to what we do here. And again, as we mentioned, it takes a team. It takes a team to get to a place. Like if you want to go near, go alone. If you want to go far, get a team. That's why if there's any video editors out there that want to help us, that want to join us, unfortunately we cannot employ you. These streams are completely free. The resources we use here is sponsored by Vault Markets. We are still our own brand, so if there's anybody that's got a skill, we're still trying to figure out how do we monetize what we do, that it's not scammy, but it also provides us with the opportunity to employ, for instance, video editors, to employ mentors, to employ people that can help the community. So at this stage, it's still something we talk about and think about on a daily basis. We wanna still give as much value as possible for free, but also things cost money, and if you want to develop something and something that's worthwhile and that's of quality, you need to monetize certain aspects of your brand, and you need to monetize certain services that you provide. But that is something we'll still figure out. Live streams will always be free. I don't care what we do. The live streams will always be free. But yeah. You guys could probably one of the biggest because of the value that you add to the trading community compared to most mentors. Thanks so much, Amina. Big projects or bright projects, I don't know what I always say. Can't wait for the next level, 100%. This year we are posting harder but not posting anything. We grind in the dark. I like that, Nila. I like that very much. Obviously the best would be if we can, I honestly don't know at what level would you be able to make a living from YouTube, but if we can get to the space where we sign maybe like an endorsement deal or get sponsorships, we can do a lot more. And even just from the education side, if you get sponsors or whatever to get a website up, to get educational webinars going, to get video editors, to get mentors, people that, for instance, like Neil. Neil is somebody that I closely mentored. So, for instance, to get him to a stage where he can be a group leader and people can pick his brain on certain aspects. So again, me and Keegan had this conversation, is how do we take the brand to the next level, and both of us said we need partners. Actually have a very small team here in the office, and we can only weirdly do so much. We've got the energy to do a lot more, but realistically, how much can we really put out?
And their DXY starts up again, and their gold goes round 2.
Round 2. I'm looking at Euro. First 5 minutes of the hourly breaking at 109. Maybe we see. Is this the weekly low? No, I don't think this is the weekly low. Sheesh, yeah, that's weekly low. Weekly low. What do you know about them weekly lows, Chad? Did you guys take anything? I don't know, there's literally... What's happening? There's nothing happening with the yen. Keegan's writing a course on how to become an OnlyFans millionaire. That will be selling that for $5,000. A full comprehensive course. I think one of the first lessons is how to first date a 10, because you're gonna obviously have to get into a partnership with a girlfriend that's a 10, and he talks about that in lesson 1. Keeks, when are you finished with that manual?
We're nearly done there. We're just in the final little touches up.
And it's gonna be, I think Keegan said, only 2-minute noodles to OnlyFans millionaire. How to get out of the Chad, you guys don't feel me. Lifestyle, sheesh. VG, what is that? Clothing, lifestyle in the house. Did you change again? Oh, beautiful. That is Maggie to millionaire. I love that. Maggie to millionaire. You guys are creative. Chat, I'm just gonna mute the mic here real quick again. Whoa, yo. Almost popped the eardrum there. Chad, Mosky took this trade. R1 to R2. He just came in here. Did you see that face, Gigs? That jovial.
He's back in his winning ways.
Are you guys in a trade?
You know what's funny is he watches the stream while he's working. Yeah, he'll come in here. Are you guys in a trade?
He knows exactly we're not in a trade. He just wanted to come. And then he's like, quickly go to UJ. And all he says is R1 to R2. And I'm like, all right. We see you, Mo. We see you. Lifestyle Addicts. Is he back? Actually talking about him earlier in the week. Kigs, have you checked out Akjiva
What?
Diamondness shoe range called Ibachi?
No.
No.
I don't even know where I would look for that.
Love watching the progress. Mo takes me back to we're gonna do some content with Mo as well, because that journey. Where did Mo get in? Cosmic Rue. I don't know why he got in so late, because this thing gave you a bottom wick. He should have executed if he took the continuation trade. Also valid in the playbook in the Discord. You should have actually clipped it on that close of that 5, and it should technically already be out, but he caught it a little bit later. I don't know why. Maybe he was a little bit hesitant, but whatever the case, Mo, if you're listening, you should be break even, my brother. Go break even. Mo, this is your father. Put your stops to break even now.
I actually think he's not listening.
Check that man is sweating. Look at it's like calculator. Chad, you know what the funniest thing is? So Mo's obviously the creative guy in the office. The other day when we left Gigs, he's not that typical trader. He's sitting in his car and I watch him. He didn't know I was watching him, and before I left, was that man not on MetaTrader in his car, like checking? You check he's like scrolling charts there, and after a while I'm like, Mo, the trade is at break even, go home. He's like, okay. Yo, that man is now a trader, my dude.
He got a taste of it and now he's addicted.
So my mentor years ago, when he came to P, we went to go and play some golf. Typical trader, that man comes in with his phone, a little power bank and a charger. We go for lunch. How's that man not going to put his phone on charge in the restaurant? Traders will be traders, guys. It is
So it's a wild life out here.
as much as we sometimes hate it, we love it as well. That's the beauty.
All right, 2035 inbound for gold.
2035. Etienne Grobler sending. This is the stuff he's sending kicks Hibachi.
Never.
I'll never pay 2,500 rand for Hibachi.
Nah, I'd never heard of it. It's not really my style though.
You can tell Hibachi. Bro, will you pay 2,500? Look at this. Never.
Nah, you can get way better shoes for that.
No, my bro. I will not. Bro, this looks like Wish, or what's that other China place?
They look like they're trying to be like a rip-off of Gucci. Actually.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, with that back.
Hibaki. Alright, Buladonia. Is there a need to study FX at an institution to become an expert?
Who the hell was that?
Or what we do now is good. Vince, there's always layers to your trading that you can add. Again, trading retail, trading institution, two completely different games. Completely different playing fields. Completely different regulations, so you cannot compare the two. Obviously, somebody that was in the institutional field, that was trading institutional, obviously I think has got a much broader mindset when it comes to the markets. I think he's got a lot more fundamental depth to his arsenal. But at the end of the day, it is still just price action. It is still just reading price, what is price doing. So I do not think you need to work for an institution to be successful in trading. I think there's a lot of successful retail traders out there. And again, the application on an institutional level and the application on a retail level, you cannot even compare it. So that is just my 2 cents. Feel free to say, Chris, you don't know what you're talking about. Actually, I do know what I'm talking about, and that is what I can tell you. The thing with institutional trading, there's a lot more red tape, there's a lot more compliance, there's a lot more ethics when it comes to that. If you go through the first exam of the CFA, you will see it is purely about professional conduct, it is purely about ethics, it is about reporting standards, and it's about regulation. So your CFA 1 exam, you do very little to become a certified financial analyst. CFA 2 and 3 is where you actually start getting into the crux of how to become a certified financial analyst. So if you really want to go very deep dive into this field, go work for a financial institution, get your DOFA, your date of first appointment, do your RE exam, go and do a business course, your MBA or whatever else, and then go and do your CFA. Become a chartered member. I wanted to do it this year, got the books and everything. It's just not... There's some other passions that I want to pursue. I just want to lay back a little bit on the academics. Academics has been such a big part of my life that I just want to Want to get out of it a little bit. When it comes to fundamentals, I can tell you everything that any other economist knows, and tools, what they use. So again, I've told you guys, I was very fundamentally minded many years ago, and the reason why I took a step back from that is because what happens is you start creating an internal bias for yourself. Because fundamentally, the fundamentals tell you that, for instance, that the dollar should weaken. And then you become so self-driven in your ego that you cannot read the price because you are now this fundamental guru, and your fundamentals tell you the dollar should go down, and why is the dollar going up? And it just creates a lot of internal conflict. And that is when I saw, listen, there's a place for fundamentals. And as I always say, the thing with fundamentals is that you need to create some type of context for yourself. You need to paint this picture. The fundamentals is not the only picture you can look at. You still need to look at price, but that is where I got caught in the fundamental side. Keegs is now on his journey to become an economist. Keegs, are you enjoying the fundamentals? You've been digging quite heavily into it.
I'm loving it though. I must say, I really am loving it. It's giving just like a, and you know what, I think I might sound like literally every fundamental trader out there, but it gives a purpose behind every single trade. So when I'm taking a trade, it's because it's driven behind something that's happened at the moment in the world, in the markets, in the meetings. Something's happened, and that's a reason why technically I can do this in the markets.
Exactly. So Keegs, that's an exciting journey. I love economics. Weirdly enough, that was probably one of the subjects I did the best in during my MBA. I just loved every minute of it. And once we started really deep diving into the macroeconomics and the microeconomics things, I was already a trader then, but it just added a lot more depth to what I already knew, and some of the correlations I already picked up, but then to have the theory back it up was very, very good. What are you thinking of UJ? Ruben, big thing, it's bearish. My big thing is, where do we execute? We've got the half round number here. We've got the daily S3 here. My thing is, do we take a step back? At any stage this thing can pull back. We're already 75 pips down on the day. Weekly low, session low, either going to attract a lot of volume, or we can start seeing a pullback. So I'm not too keen on jumping in. I will even wait a little bit later if we do get a pullback on UJ to retarget these session highs, because we know reversal doesn't just happen with a little resistance being formed there. You'll get some type of liquidity sweep. So that is where that theory comes from. If you created a session high, and now in London we created a high, maybe we start pulling back for New York, we start going into a range here, then the expectation would be for us to come and retest the strength of the bulls and of the bears. And then whatever happens here, would I look for a continuation from this level? I don't know, 70 pips up on the day. Haven't retested Asia highs since breaking above it, so no, I'm not gonna chase price. It is not the best setup for me. So yeah, there's times where you should, and here's the thing, Chad. here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. It is a lot of these bad trades you take in between that's hurting your confidence, because you're not waiting for the good setups, the setups that have a high probability to work out. And now before you get that nice win, you've got all of these little cuck trades in between. And now what happens is, by the time you get here, that golden setup you've been waiting for, let's say 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden you fumble the ball here. You don't execute, you mentally drained. These bad trades up until then killed you, and now you can't execute. And we've all gone through it. Keegan has gone through it. I've gone through it.
I'll never forget that day. We sat here. I think it was a gold trade, and we were gonna take it. And I had my 2 bullets. And after that, the trade played out. Gave me my entry criteria. Had my 2 bullets, so I couldn't take the trade. I had to just sit there, and this thing ran. This thing took off.
The thing is, you didn't catch the pips, but I think your discipline, the fortitude you built with that is priceless. And at the end of the day, sometimes the value you get is not necessarily monetary.
Yeah, 100%.
I still remember it. We were on stream and Keegan said, "I'm out of bullets. My rules tell me 2 bullets for the day, and I'm gonna stick to what it says." And you have to commend that. You have to give yourself a pat on the back for that. US30 tanking. Let's quickly look at it. US30 tanking. All right, US30 tanking. UJ bumping its head against that key level. GJ, nice little pullback here. 80 still relatively bearish. Gold. GU, EU. Selling US30 now, right, brother. There's the signal. Extra crispy, selling it right now. Crispy, where's your stop loss? Let's see what Crispy. This is Crispy's trade, Chad. If you want to call out signals in the chat, we're gonna hold you accountable.
And just please, guys, if you're gonna call out something, don't come here with like a 5,000 pip stop loss. Like, then you're just wasting our time.
All right, Chad, Crispy. This is Extra Crispy's trade. If you want to give signals in the chat, let's see if there's some value behind it. Extra Crispy. Beautiful. Crispy. Let's see what Crispy produces. Chris, just a quick one. Can a person open a trading account under business? Suhail, you can 100% do that, my brother. You're just going to need your incorporation documents, you're going to need your registration documents, and you're going to need a resolution, company resolution, giving you the authority to sign documents on behalf of the company. So it's just a little bit of paperwork and compliance that you need to do. But the total FX, what moving averages do you use? 20, 50, 100, 200. I believe in Crispy. Chad, let's can we just get a hashtag pray for Crispy? Crispy could get wild there for Crispy. This could put Crispy on the map. It's always Extra Crispy. Crispy. That is the beauty. If you call out trades in the chat, we see that. Wow, Chad, Crispy. Where has Crispy been? Pray for Crispy, Chad. Let's hope the markets don't crisp your account balance. Crispy crisp. EU. Alright. Crispy nifty. Kiggs, I think if people call out trades in the chat, and here's the thing, if you call out a stop loss, you are banned for life. Okay, we're gonna give you 3 strikes. We're gonna time you out for 24 hours. Oh, my boy Crispy Crisp. Signals loading. No, I'm kidding. I just felt the need to share Crispy's trade.
Something just told you to share that one.
Yeah, because we did say we're bearish on the day. We did speak about. I wouldn't put the Chad under the bus. Crispy, what is your plan, my brother? Break even at the pre-mark or session lows. It's my first day here. Oi! And extra crispy is now a believer. Crispy, let us know what you're doing there. Crispy is the wild boy. What is that profile picture? It looks like a chicken drumstick. Or is it a chip?
It's because it's extra crispy.
Is it a drumstick?
He's putting KFC to shame.
Gigs, what are we trading? Give where's recovery song or pro song?
But you never gave him that recovery trade.
Yo,
That's why.
dude. Chad, have you guys seen pro song?
Where's Algae?
I thought that LVG guy was cool. Like when he came in yesterday morning, like I still greeted. I said LVG A Pro, whatever. It's like a driver. I don't know if it's like a. And then I saw he was attacking you yesterday during the stream.
I'd love to know if he's still in those gold bars and still telling me to sell. Because if anything, he literally went up to break even again and then died off completely.
Chad, let's just get a hashtag pray for pro song. Let's hope he comes back. Because it was a vibe with pro song. The first thing that man came.
Maybe his family got him now because he never got the money back.
Yeah. That's so. We're joking about it. It could be legit that.
He's done for.
Sure, that's actually intense thinking about it now.
The man was on the hit list.
Yo, LG, is it LG driver? I think you will see him.
I don't think he'll be back for New York session. Well, to be fair, I don't think he will because you can't still come here and argue that it's a buy. So, I don't think he'll come back.
What if Crispy is LG? Slashy Cakes, I like your thinking. What if he got saved yesterday? Miraculously. A Damascus moment. On his way to Damascus, eyes got opened up like Paul in the Bible. And he was like, let me not be an idiot. Let me come here objectively and see what these boys are talking about. Let me go back to the previous 180 streams. Not one stream deleted. Let me go back on the track record of every trade taken on stream in the Discord link.
You know, I must actually say, hold on, I need to go find this here. I saw it yesterday when I was going to stream. That's, I think, where we know how strong the Peach Nation is. Yesterday's stream, that was only 20 minutes long, nearly has 1,000 views.
Really? Which one is that? The morning one?
The morning one.
Now, chat, I have to give it to you guys. You guys are legit. Yeah,
I must say it's quite funny because there's that one. Like all of our streams are like an hour, 3 hours, 2.5 hours.
That 20-minute
Then
one.
there's 20 minutes, and then remember there's that New York one on Monday.
1
with
second. It was
18 seconds.
how much views? 300, 500,
230.
230.
But literally turned it on, was putting the music on, and then
Boom,
load shedding
load
hit us.
Chad, again, may this year be your year. I don't know if you haven't sat down to sit down with your goals. There's still a lot of time. Get that done. Again, mindset. Really enough, I've been trying to read a lot of books as of late, and even all of these authors writing different books on different topics all comes back to having an open mind, and it all comes back to this, your mind. And if you've got the mindset and you can create the vision in your head, you can start building towards it. So I hope you guys are filled with vision for this year, for your own life, for your families, for your trading. Be inspired. Nobody else is going to inspire you. You need to inspire yourself. And then also start to be an inspiration to others. Again, it's all about planting those seeds. And what have you been sowing? Have you been helping people? Have you been helping your family? And again, it's not always monetary. People think when you talk help, it's always money. No. If you see somebody is depressed in your family, reach out to them, pick them up. All right, Crispy is out, break even. Pick the person up next to you. Give that little bit of encouragement. A lot of times, that is just the one thing that can turn somebody's situation around. When I was down and out and I was depressed, the thing I told myself is, how do I get out of this state? It is by giving of yourself. If I saw somebody else was building on their dream, I said, look, if there's anything I can do, my brother, to help you achieve your goal, please let me know. At that stage, I didn't even have a goal, but I knew that something shifts in your mind and something shifts in your heart when you've got that ability while you're down and out to still help somebody else. So may 2024 be that year for you where you start breaking through. And again, some of you need to get off social media. That's the first thing you need to do. Go check on your iPhone app if you've got an iPhone app. That 2-3 hours you spend a day on Instagram, go read a book. Educate yourself. Go exercise. That's a challenge I made to myself. I cancelled our DSTV subscription. I've got like 5-6 books there. In the evening when I'm done working, first thing I do is I go and pick up that book, try and read 10, 20, 30 pages, put it down, go to sleep. Because here's the thing, Chad, there's somebody else putting in more effort and more work than me.
Don't worry, guys. Chris and myself, we're going to be leveling it up next month. Next month, the month shit gets real.
All right. Oh, Chad. GUS3.
I think GU's got it. Like, that thing's
No,
done
no,
for.
it's got this range to here, but the only thing is weekly lows.
No, like I'm not saying like
Session.
it's done. Like you can still get a sell. Like this thing's chalk. GU is gonna eat dirt.
No, no, but my question is, how do I get involved in it? How do I honestly get involved in this?
So you're gonna type 100 lots in there. You're gonna close your eyes and you're gonna click sell.
Yeah, Chad, it's tough. Let me go pee quick. I'm gonna come back and we're gonna see what we can do with this. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's see. Maybe I'm gonna see how I feel when I get back. I've got an idea for us here.
Yo, guys, I'm still so bleak. I think I was at the bathroom when this happened, this bloody retest. Literally, that's after this. After all this, we just wanted the retest, yeah. The market's open. There's the shuffle done. Next candle, retest, and yeah, I'm so bleak we didn't get this. What the hell? Do I have a Euro USD alert? What the hell's happening there? Oh, it's approaching the zone. I think EU is gonna die over here. We got the daily. Yeah. I think EU is gonna die. Take that out. Ish. Chris is worried about selling S3 or it's the same. This is like nearly S4. In that case, G might be better. It's just going up. Let's go. This is not 12, eh? Yeah, 12. Maybe, guys. Maybe we take the buy on UJ. Maybe that's what we do.
How do we miss it? All right, Chad, Chris, for swing trading method, what time frame based entry criteria you can do? Hour for hour. You're just gonna have much wider stops. Chad, I'm actually glad we missed it. And here's the thing, I'm going to talk you through my thought process on this trade. So obviously we're trading a hell of a long way from the daily pivot and the weekly pivot. If you look at it, our key levels that we were monitoring was from there to here. So now if I just look at it, if I pull a fib, you'll see that we are basically, let me pull it the other way around. We are basically, what is that? We 80% there. So is it worth it for me to try and squeeze the last bit of life out of this trade at a daily S3, at a session low, at a daily low, weekly low? I don't think so. Can the trade work out? 100%. It meets all of the criteria. If you go onto Discord, let me just show you guys real quick here. this is a valid sell continuation. Everything is pointing lower. Daily is bearish. I don't know, Geeks, how do you feel? Same with here's Euro. There's Euro at the key zone that we mentioned on the daily. Let me go to the daily time frame.
So that's what I was looking at. So I'm like looking at Euro. And the thing is, Euro, you can't get it. But where G is the S3, Euro is basically at the S4.
Yeah, that's my thing. So I want to give you my thought pattern as to the questions that I ask myself in my head. And I honestly don't feel comfortable taking the trade here. I feel it is Tuesday. We literally in our third session into the week. I'm mentally bargaining for 2 good trades a week. So I still technically have 7 sessions left on the week to catch 2 good trades.
Yeah, you know, my thing was I wanted the gold sells. That was my plan of action the whole day. The trade played out perfectly. We just couldn't get an entry on it. But I think because of that, I'm just going to say like that's me for the session. I'm not going to. It's Tuesday. We had the move. We just couldn't execute. And I'm going to call it on that. I'm going to walk away from it.
Have you guys read the Diary of the CEO? Braza, let me get it here. The next one I want to read is I've got it at home. I'm going to let you guys know the next read. I'm just busy finishing up Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Believe it or not, I haven't read it. A lot of the stuff I know, but it's also good. The Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett. No, it's a podcast, it's a book. Wait, here's it. Stephen Bartley, 33 Laws of Business and Life. Thank you for that book suggestion. I will order that book right now. The Diary of a CEO. Let me just copy this. Is this the one you're talking about? Okay, I assume that is the one. Nila, did you want to sell GJ? GJ for me is chalked at this moment, Nila. We've basically just nipped against the Asia highs. We've taken the Asia lows. I'll rather, yeah, I don't know. There's nothing. Okay, look at UJ. Look at Caitlin. Just call Mo there. Just call Mo quickly. Just call Mo. Yeah. I just wanna show you the face of somebody that hit TP. Let's. You're gonna. Okay. Just show the chat how does somebody looked that just took TP. What is the?
Oh, this.
What is it?
No,
Wait. Let me get you in the screen here. Can you guys see Mo? Come in here, my brother.
I called it, bro.
Show me those moves you showed me now. Just a little bit. Oh shit, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But you said, boss, if you catch it at the R1.
Then I said it. My only thing is, I was careful here because my issue with this is if I executed there, look at where my stop is. I don't have a lot of space to really manage the trade because the key level in this instance is that.
Yeah.
So by the time it gets here, like, there's no way I can manage the trade. I'm already so invested to try and save 5 pips now.
So my thing
You-
was because you're in the R1 now and you just broke the Asia high, I assume that it will, the volume was strong.
No, you assumed 100% correct. Everything was bullish, and that's why I wanted to just show the chat. Just tell the chat, how did you feel? Because you talked a little bit about that fear and everything. So chat to me. One question I do need to ask. Is that thing plugged in? I don't think. No. Why did you not execute on the close of this candle? That's the only thing I want to know. Did you hesitate a little bit? Be honest.
You know what happened? I actually moved very quickly. I wasn't looking at the charts.
And it
I'm
first
still
popped
editing.
up.
I'm not saw anything. So Jay was like, "What are you looking at?" And I opened,
Okay.
and I saw everything.
Okay.
Confirming. So I jumped in as soon as I could.
Chat, tell the guys just how it was.
How was it watching the trade? Dude, it's always scary, especially during the retracement. It's like I always doubt myself, thinking, "Yo, I shouldn't have." You know, like hindsight, bro. So yeah.
What are
you
going to change to get that away?
Better planning, and better.
No, you know what?
What?
You just need to realize that once you enter the trade, the trade is in your control.
Yeah.
So you can't control. Chad, here's the thing what I told Mo. Once he enters the trade is in your control. You're not on a moving bus. You can get off at any time. And sometimes we forget that the market is not a moving bus that we cannot get off from. So that's like once you entered here, your mindset should immediately shift to at what stage am I wrong? At what stage can I get out of the trade? And then once you realize that you've got that power to manage the trade. Why are you so smooth, my brother? That you moisturized this morning? You did you moisturize? Yo, my dude, you must feel how soft this guy is. This man's skin is soft. Alright, Chatadonia, we gave you the idea. Yeah, I didn't execute on it. Mo, wouldn't even say student, but somebody that we've been mentoring in-house. He took the trade. Good on Mo. I didn't take it. Keegs, anything from your side? It's relatively chalked for me at this stage.
As I mentioned, I'm calling it a session. I'm done.
DXY could very well be a trending day. Chad, be very careful trying to short the dollar when it's trending. I'm just saying, if you catch some shorts, it's going to be short-lived. UJ now at the R2. Could I have? No. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, no. GJ, we still have some hope for this level. If I look at UJ leading, so there's obviously a little bit of a breakdown in correlation. If you look at GJ, let's quickly compare the two. Let me just show you guys the correlation. Let's just quickly look at that correlation so you can see they are relatively correlated. And UJ making a session high, GJ still in the middle of the range. So yeah, you can see a lot of times the one is playing catch up to the other. For instance, here UJ made a session low, and on that GJ made a session low, and on that UJ first made a session high, and then they collapsed together. So maybe they get in sync. Keegs, you also wanted to buy GJ, eh?
Yeah.
All right, so we've got the same idea. How are we going to execute? 185.50 euro. Yeah, brother, I don't know. Nothing here for me, guys. This was the trade I waited for. Mo took it. I didn't get to retest. I'm more than happy to sit it out. DXY, as mentioned, from the R2 to the R3. Keegs, any closing remarks?
I think, guys, if anything, I think on a day like this, what we can look at is have your plan, and if it doesn't happen, like if you don't get it executed, be in on the trade you wanted to be in on. Don't even be looking for those second best, third best, fourth best, and forcing something. Stick to your plan. As we said, it's literally just Tuesday. You've still got how many shots of this week to become and close the week off profitable. So don't rush things and literally destroy the rest of the week just because of having FOMO so early on.
Which mark play? It's not a session indicator. It's just a purely a range indicator. It's the ICT kill zones. Let me just show you. It is this one, Asia range and kill zones, NSR group. Another 1,880 degenerates have it on their charts as well. So we just joined them. You'll most probably be 1,881. So Chadadonia, that is a academic corporate job and went full time into trading. Leverage yuan. The thing with trading is it provides leverage. You've got the ability to leverage your money. Corporate, you only have the ability to leverage your time, and you can only ask so much for your time. I'm going to be very honest with you. If I stayed in corporate, I would technically be better off today financially. But again, looking at the long game, there's a lot more potential for a lot more growth. So yeah, corporate is fun. There are some good aspects working in a structured unit. There are aspects of corporate that I miss, but there's also aspects that I don't miss. And for the most part, there were more cons than pros. And that is why at any stage I can go back into corporate. I can get a very comfortable job. That's the beauty of having 4 degrees behind your name. You can very quickly step back into that. If you were only ever a trader, you don't have much to step back onto. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's all about what is your purpose. I think till today, I'm still struggling with that question. If I'm very honest, I think as you get older, you really start to dig a little bit deeper into life. What is the true meaning of life? What is the purpose of it all? And I think as individuals, every single day, or maybe the older generation, we ask that question to ourselves: what is our purpose? Keeks, do you know what your purpose is?
Like in general in life?
No, your purpose in life. When you're younger like Keeks, his purpose now is to get the new BMW X4 competition. There's nothing wrong with that, Chad. That's the beauty of being younger. There's that risk and reward and that gratification you chase, and that's good. That's what keeps you awake at night. That's what keeps you driven. But once you get a little bit older, you start questioning a little bit deeper. You look a little bit deeper than the materialistic things, because life becomes more than just having a nice car and being comfortable financially. Weird thing before we close, Chad. In that book that was very profound for me that I read yesterday was they were talking about fear and desire. So obviously the desire for money is driven by fear of having to pay your bills and whatnot. So there's two, and also in the other book it talks about the yin and the yang. So I don't want to get too deep into that, but there's like the one extreme, and then there's the other extreme poverty, extreme wealth. And as humans, we want to try and find that pendulum where we're sitting right in the middle. But here's the thing that's very weird. People think that people with a lot of money don't have fear. They've accumulated or amassed such wealth that their fear now becomes losing that wealth. Keeks, I don't know if you ever thought about that. When you've got that fear of not having enough money, and now all of a sudden you get a lot of money, and now it's like you still have that same fear driving you. I've amassed, my net worth is 100 mil. I don't want to drop below that. And that is the weird thing in life, is that you need to find that balance where it's like, I'm going to be put into the ground one day, and all of this amassed wealth or whatever is staying here on earth. And we need to live in that moment, the Tao, yes, Neil. And we need to live in this moment. And once we start to enjoy, and that comes back to enjoying the process. If Keegan is so focused on that M4, by the time he gets there, he didn't enjoy the journey. But if he enjoys the journey, by the time he gets to the goal, it's going to be a much more fulfilling journey and a much more fulfilling experience. And the same with your trading. You're chasing that profitability, but enjoy the process. Enjoy the grind. Enjoy the hustle. Start to live in the moment of now, where you can be very open, wide eyes open to see what's happening in front of you, and to also have a clear vision. So my purpose is now to be there and guide my children through the ups and downs of young adulthood. After that, I will retire and become a saga lout. I don't know what that is, but Andy, that is amazing. Yes, as parents, that is our job. As a little bit of an older gentleman in the office here, it's my purpose as well to try and transfer as much knowledge and experience over to Keegan, so that Keegan doesn't make the same mistakes that I made maybe at his age. So be open to advice, be open to chat to people. But Chad, I want to just really say I appreciate all of you guys joining. Can I ask very nicely if we can just get 8 more likes just to get it into triple digits, get it to 100? That would be amazing. I'll really appreciate that. Just 8 more likes. Always present. That's where the magic happens. Live more consciously. 100% John Williams. You took the words right out of my mouth. 7 more likes. Beautiful, Chad. Really want to say I appreciate all of you guys joining. We've got Keegan 4 o'clock. Keegs, any load shedding? Let's just quickly look, Chad. It's a lucky packet at this stage, and I think it's the first time this year that I'll be landing the plane for us. Okay, there shouldn't be any load shedding. Let's hold thumbs. Chris already sounding like an old man. How old are you, Chris? Bowden, I am 33 years old, technically in my prime. All right. Back at NY session, Chad. It is going to be a goodie. You guys don't want to miss it. And peace and love, Chad. Really appreciate all of you. Let's get it. Trade safe, stay safe, and we will see you guys 4 o'clock. Keegan Van Dijk in the house.
Fuck with Hollywood Code, I'm with Marley G, bro. Flying Holly Grove chicks to my Hollywood shows. And I wanna tell you something that you probably should know. This that Slumdog Millionaire Bollywood flow. And my real friends never hearing from me. Fake friends write the wrong answers on the mirror for me. That's why I pick and choose. I don't get shit confused. I got a small circle. I'm not with different crews. We walk the same path, but got on different shoes. Live in the same building, but we got different views. I got a couple cars I never get to use. Don't like my women single. I like my chicks in twos. And these days, all the girls is down the road. I hit the strip club and all them bitches find a pole. Plus I've been sipping, so this shit is moving kinda slow. Just tell my girl to tell a friend that it's time to go.
Now tell me how you love it. You know you at the top and only heaven's right above it. We own. It's young money, motherfucker. If you ain't running with it, run from it, motherfucker. Alright. Now somebody show some money in this bitch. And I got my bees with me like some honey in this bitch. You dig? and I don't buzz back because I shoot first.
Meet me on the fresh train. Yes, I'm in the building. You just on the list of guest names. And all of my riders do not give a fuck. X Games. Guns turn you boys into pussies. Sex change. And I smoke till I got chest pains. And you niggas know I rep my gang like Jesse James. Women are possessive and they wanna possess Wayne. I've been fly so long I fell asleep on the fucking plane. Skinny pants and some Vans. Call me Triple A, get my advance in advance. Amen. As the world spinning, dance in my hands. Life is a beach, I'm just playing in the sand. Wake up and smell a pussy. You niggas can't see me, but never overlook me. I'm on the paper trail, and ain't no telling where it took me. Yeah, and I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
Now tell me how you love it. You know you at the top and only heaven's right above it. We own. It's young money, motherfucker. If you ain't running with it, run from it, motherfucker. Alright. Now somebody show some money in this bitch. And I got my bees with me like some honey in this bitch. You dig? I got my gun in my boot purse and I don't bust back because I shoot first.
How do he say was never said? Beautiful black woman, I bet that bitch look better red. Limping off tour cause I made more off my second leg. Motherfucking Birdman Jr., 11th grade. Ball on automatic start. I can hand it to Drake or do a quarterback draw. Wildcat offense, check the paw prints. We in the building, you niggas in apartments. Now come on, be my blood donor. Flow so nice, you ain't gotta put a rug on her. Do it big and let the small fall under that. Damn, where you stumbled at? From where they make gumbo at. Ain't got the fucking beat jumping like a jumping jack. And you know me, I get on this bitch and have a heart attack. Hip hop, I'm the heart of that. Nigga, nothing short of that. President